What's happening, Disney fans? I am Dial here with some movie news. So, they are officially announcing another Disney live action remake. You guys know how I feel about the Disney live action remakes. I have not liked the majority of them. There's been some that's been decent or okay, but I just feel like these Disney live action remakes have been a failed experiment. I know financially everyone's gonna say, "Oh, but most of them made $1 billion, made a lot of money. It's not a failed experiment." Just like you guys know what I mean. The creativity, the inspiration, it doesn't hold a candle to the majority of the original films that these movies are based off of. So anyway, they officially announced that they are doing a live action remake of Lilo and Stitch. Oh man. Okay. Actually, this is actually going to be more of a positive video. This is not going to be me, usually, trashing the remix like I usually do. I actually do have some good news about it, but just initially, I'm just like, Lilo and Stitch, man. Lilo and Stitch is actually one of my favorite Disney films, and I really don't want them to ruin it. I really don't. And I know I could always go back and watch the original, because that's not going anywhere, but just like, for this new generation, for these young kids that have never seen the original Lilo and Stitch, I just really hope that they do this one right for this new generation. I just hope that it actually has some inspiration and magic anywhere close to the original movie. Because it would really break my heart if this movie ended up not being good. It's such a great story and the characters are so good. It's just holds a special place in my heart. Very similar to how I felt about Beauty and the Beast when they did a remake of that, and I have a lot of thoughts about that. But we don't got to get into that. We were talking about Lilo and Stitch. So initially, they were going to have this be an exclusive to Disney Plus. That it was just going to be a Disney Plus movie for the remakes, very similar to what they did with Lady and the Tramp and Pinocchio and Peter Pan and Wendy. But I guess they changed their minds. I guess they have enough confidence in this that this is actually now going to be a theatrical release. So I guess that gives me a little bit more of hope that they have more faith in it. But it's hard for me to really get enthusiastic because I've been burned before. So I don't know, but like I said, this is supposed to be a positive video because I actually have a good thing to say about this one. So at D23, they announced they did make the announcement, and it had a similar vibe to how they did the marketing for the original movie. Because it started out with the Disney logo that we all know and love, and then it glitches out, and you hear an audio voice in the background talking about technical difficulties and stuff like that. And then out of nowhere, the live action Stitch or just the CGI live action, Stitch, you guys know what I mean. He tears into the screen and we actually get the first reveal of how Stitch will look in the live action movie. So, one of the things I was really worried about when they were announcing this film was how was Stitch going to look? Because that is going to be very important with the success of this movie because it could go two ways. And I am going to compare this to the live action Sonic because y'all remember the first design of Sonic that everybody hated and it looked horrible and it was hated so much that the fans had an uproar, which made the studio go back to the drawing board and redesign Sonic to actually make him look more like the character and not as scary looking. And now we have the Sonic that we have now in the live action movies, and he looks really, really good. So it could have went either way. It could have went the original Sonic way, or it could have went the Sonic that we have now. And I was so worried that they were going to make Stitch look ugly. Make him look too much like an alien, too freakish looking. One of the biggest traits of Stitch, because while yes, he is an alien, he still looks cute and fluffy, marketable. You could sell toys with the character. He's an adorable alien, even though yes, he has the scary moments and he's actually a dangerous alien, but he also has a soft side to him. He has aesthetically, he looks adorable. So they needed to get that down packed. And so when they first revealed Stitch as in live action, man, I gotta say, he looks so good. He looks so good. This is exactly what I want Stitch to look like in live action. They pretty much took the Detective Pikachu route. They didn't try to like over design him. They didn't try to like modify it too much to make it look modern. They pretty much took the original design of Stitch and just made him look fluffy and made him look like he could actually be in live action. Like it's not that hard. It's like Detective Pikachu. Like they just, they took the designs of what the Pokemons looked in the show and just gave it some fur and had gave it some realistic looking eyes and pupils and like you know kind of realistic motions, whatever. It still has a cartoony aesthetic, but still looks tangible, like it could be in live action. And you're like, yeah, I just like that. He looks so fluffy and cute. I really like that. So that's actually given me a little bit more faith that they actually care about getting this right. Now I still don't want to have my expectations too high because it's still Disney live action and they have not had a great track record in my opinion. So this could still end up being not very good. But I don't know. After seeing how Stitch looks, and I actually, for those of you who are wondering, I did see the casting for Nani, and I'm not upset about it. I don't know why other people are upset about it because, like, as far as race wise, like she fits the character. She's Hawaiian. She's Pacific Islander. So it's like it's fine. Like it doesn't matter if like, oh, she's not as dark skinned as Nani from the original animated movie. That's not important. It matters about it matters if they got the race right, if they got the culture right, then that's what's important. And so far, like I don't have a problem with the Nani casting, and I think they also casted Cobra Bubbles too. And I don't mind that casting either. I would have preferred them if they got Vin Rames, who did the voice for Cobra in the original movie, to do it because I think he looks like Cobra Bubbles, man. I'm surprised they didn't ask for him to do the live action one because I think they're actually getting the voice actor who did Stitch to come back to do this live action remake. So it would have been cool if they got Vin Rames to do this, but the after the guy here, I don't have a problem with them, but I don't know. It feels like they want to put a little bit more care into this, so I have a little bit more optimism going into this. Like if they put like any effort that like that the Little Mermaid had, which I ended up thinking it was a pretty solid remake. If they just put it like anywhere near the effort as that at the very least, like I think I'll be satisfied with it. I'm not expecting this to be better than the original movie, but just put in effort. That's all I'm asking. But those are my thoughts on the reveal of the live action Stitch for the remake coming out. I think coming out next year, 2025. I think. Yeah. So yeah, it won't be too long till we actually see this. But what did you guys think about the reveal of Stitch? Do you like how he looks? Do you like the CGI on him? Does it give you more faith that this remake will be good? How do you feel about the other casting announcements they did for this movie? Are you guys for it? Against it? What do you guys think about the live action remake so far? Did the recent ones give you a little bit more faith, like the Little Mermaid remake, or did it just make you more disappointed in the remakes in general? Let me know what you think down below.